morning and welcome to another episode of MMA Monday Morning Application, where we take what we hear on Sunday morning and learn how to apply it to our lives on Monday morning, how it affects our relationship with God and our relationship with others. So I preached yesterday, and so this is kind of weird doing an MMA follow-up on my own message, but it actually works out because there was a couple of application points that I wanted to add that just because of time I wasn't able to. And so there's a few things that I want to go over, and one is I want to talk about how chaos disrupts unity. And I think talking about Timothy and Titus and what Paul was teaching them about having peace and about protecting the church from the effects of the world. One way is protecting the unity of the church, because a lot of times the chaos of the world creeps into our church through disunity. And so, there's a Bible verse that says, where two or more are gathered, there I am. And I think we could also say where two or more are gathered, there is conflict, because when you get people together, people are different, they have different opinions, and at some point there's going to be conflict, which means we can't avoid it. We've got to handle it. And so I'm going to look at three different things and three different people that exist and how we can help protect unity. So there's peace breakers, peace fakers, and peacemakers. And so a peace breaker is someone who causes disunity. And so these are the people that are constantly, the Bible says they're quarrelsome. They're constantly looking for something that's wrong. They're constantly picking things apart. They're constantly singling people out, or they're just constantly causing controversy. And so these people exist, whether they're at the grocery store, they're in our schools, they're in our workplaces, and they're definitely in our churches. And so trying to not be a peace breaker is an ongoing process, because I know it's easy for us to just be like, I'm not one of those people, but honestly, at some point, we've all caused conflict. So it's just being aware that we have the power not just to be a peacemaker, but we have the power to be a peace breaker, and just being aware of that. Number two is a peace faker. These are the people that just avoid conflict altogether, and we can't do that. You can't just go through life acting like there's nothing wrong, because a problem avoided is a problem that grows. And so this is when we see conflict or we see an issue, we address it. Most conflict is just really a misunderstanding. Yeah, there's some things that get said or some things that get done, but a lot of times people just misunderstand each other. One person says something, the other person hears something, and then it just grows from there. And so as we protect the unity of our church and of our homes and of our communities, we need to be able to address conflict and not be a peace faker. Some people just act like everything is okay and everything is hunky-dory, and that's not good at all. The other is a peacemaker. Now, these are the ones that go into conflict, they go into chaos, and they make sure things are taken care of. This is like the opposite of a peace breaker and the opposite of a peace faker. Instead of avoiding it, they get into it. They see people that are disconnected and they bring them together. They see controversy that is rising up and they address it and they take care of it. This is messy work. This is not fun work, but this is what peacemakers do. So you can be a peace breaker, you can be a peace faker, or you can be a peacemaker. And so I think as we look forward to the future of our church, protecting the unity here is going to be allowing each and every one of us to be a peacemaker in your homes, in your workplaces, or wherever you reside. That is what you get to do. You get to be a peacemaker. So I hope you enjoyed today. Hope you're enjoying MMA. Continue to like and share so that more people can see it. And please give us comments. Give us some feedback. We'd love to know what you'd love to see every Monday morning. So I love you, church, and I hope you have a great week.